Hello everyone, and welcome back to the Balance Work. Today, we're going to discuss a common workplace challenge: how to ignore coworkers without being too obvious. Whether it's to maintain focus on your tasks or simply because you're not in the mood for conversation, we've got you covered with 17 subtle ways to navigate these situations. So, let's dive in. 1. The art of avoiding eye contact. Our first strategy is a classic one: don't make eye contact. By focusing on your work or the surroundings, you make it harder for your coworker to approach you. You can even pretend to search for something on your desk, giving you the perfect excuse to glance in the direction and then quickly look away. Remember, subtlety is key. 2. Avoid direct interaction. If a coworker tries to initiate a conversation, try not to talk to them directly. Engage with someone nearby, ask about another colleague, or express that you're busy with a project. This sends a clear signal that you're not interested in conversing. And if they suggest talking later, it's okay to agree without making concrete plans. 3. Mastering the art of distancing. Another effective tactic is to physically move away when approached. Politely excuse yourself, citing a need to go to the restroom or fetch something from your desk. If they persist, keep walking without looking back. You have the power to control the distance between you and your coworker. 4. Feigning interest. When direct avoidance isn't an option, try feigning interest. Nod occasionally and make affirmative noises, but let your mind wander. Gradually move away while maintaining the appearance of being engaged. This way, you can create a physical and emotional distance without being too obvious. 5. The silent treatment. For those looking for a more extreme approach, there's the silent treatment. Resist the urge to respond or acknowledge them when they speak. Stare blankly or pretend you didn't hear. However, be cautious with this method, as it can come across as rude. Reserve it for situations where you're certain the person won't be offended. 6. Waiting game. Sometimes, patience is key. Wait for the person to leave on their own. If they persist, use this time to engage with other colleagues or focus on your tasks. Eventually, they'll tire of trying to initiate conversation, and you can go back to what you were doing. 7. Talking to others. If avoidance isn't an option, divert your attention by talking to other coworkers. Strike up a conversation with someone else or participate in group discussions. This not only keeps you occupied but also signals to the persistent coworker that you're engaged elsewhere. 8. The exit strategy. And when all else fails, use the classic exit strategy. Politely excuse yourself, citing a call or another commitment. This method is more direct but still maintains a level of politeness. It's a clear message that you're not available for conversation. 9. Pretending to be busy. An easy way to discourage unwanted interaction is by pretending to be busy. Whether you're buried in work or appearing occupied with papers or a phone call, the key is to look genuinely preoccupied. Your coworker is likely to pick up on these cues and leave you alone. 10. Avoiding proximity. To drive the message home, avoid being anywhere near the person you're trying to avoid. If possible, work from home or find a different location in the office. This physical distance can act as a strong visual cue, making it clear that you prefer not to engage with them. 11. Becoming unapproachable. Transform yourself into an unapproachable force by wearing headphones, reading a book, or adopting any behavior that discourages interaction. The goal is to broadcast the message that you're not open to conversation, making your coworker think twice before approaching. 12. The cold shoulder. If you're willing to take a more direct approach, give them the cold shoulder. Act indifferent, be short with your responses, and avoid eye contact. While effective, this method can come across as rude, so use it sparingly and in situations where a clear message is necessary. 13. Monotone voice. Communicate disinterest through your tone. Adopt a monotone voice when talking to your coworker, discussing mundane topics that are unlikely to captivate their attention. The lack of enthusiasm will likely lead them to disengage, giving you the space you need. 14. Being short and direct. Short and direct communication can be a powerful tool. Respond with one-word answers, avoid elaborating on any topic, and convey a sense of urgency. By appearing busy and in a hurry, you create an impression that discourages prolonged interaction. 15. Setting boundaries. Establish clear boundaries by communicating your comfort levels. Let the person know you're not looking for friendship outside of work or that you prefer limited interaction. Setting these boundaries helps manage expectations and signals your desire for a professional, rather than personal, relationship. 16. Direct communication. In situations where subtlety fails, consider being direct. Politely express that you're not interested in talking, ensuring clarity in your communication. While this approach may seem straightforward, it conveys your feelings directly, leaving no room for misinterpretation. 17. The ultimate: ignore them. And finally, if all else fails, you can resort to the ultimate method: ignore them. Refrain from talking, looking, or responding. Act as if they don't exist. This extreme measure sends a powerful message. If done right, it can effectively communicate your desire to be left alone. So, there you have it: 17 ways to navigate the delicate art of ignoring coworkers without being too obvious. Remember, the key is to be consistent with your actions, and over time, the message will get across. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to give it a thumbs up, subscribe for more content, and hit the notification bell. Until next time, stay focused and maintain a positive work environment.